Welcome to System Test 13 with board number 1. I'm Exit Sign 250. I think this will be a fun one, so let's begin by showing off what's installed. On the addressable demo system for the pull stations, I have a rare device and rare accessory. This is a Notifier LNG1W. It was the dual action version of Notifier's BNG1 series. The concept of both of these pull stations is similar. They both pull and reset the same. But the main difference is the BNG1 is all metal and single action, while the LNG1 is all plastic and it's dual action. The reason this pull station is rare is because it wasn't produced for a long time. I feel like it was 4 years or something, and I think it was the late 90s or early 2000s that they were around. You could consider this particular model a little bit more rare, so there was 2 different variants of the LNG1. The first one was the LNG1R, and it was the red model, and then there was the LNG1W, which was the white model. The red model was more common, more people bought the red version compared to the white version, but both of them are pretty rare. You didn't really see a lot of the white ones. I guess people more like pull stations that are fully red, but I find it interesting since, most pull stations are all red, and I think it's just a unique looking device. Now, I mentioned that it had a rare accessory on it, and that is this trim plate. It's a flush mount trim. You can take it off if you just slide it back. Now, typically you wouldn't see it surface mounted like this. This particular trim plate is if you wanted to flush mount it against a wall, so the only thing you would see is the flush trim and the pull station like this. It was a recessed trim option. I didn't even know this accessory was a thing before I bought this pull station. I guess that it was just another rare option with it. I like to keep the trim plate on it just because I think it looks interesting and just to display the rare accessory. But yeah, it's a pretty nice pull station. I think it's one of my favorites in my collection. So moving on, we have the Firelight BG12LX as normal. There's the panel and the monitor modules. For notification appliances, I have my Gentex GOS multi-tone horn strobe. It has a fixed 110 candela strobe on it, and the tone is set to high-low. Beside of it, we have a National Time branded Gentex Commander 3. I don't know what National Time calls these. It's probably some long model number, but this is a remote strobe, and it's set to 15 candela. For smoke detectors, I have the System Sensor 2400 photoelectric smoke. It's conventional, and it's being monitored by the monitor module. I think the 2400 and GOS matches. I've always liked the pair together, and I guess the LNG1W kind of matches all that too. And then we have the same Firelight SD355 photoelectric addressable smoke detector. Moving on to the conventional system with the MS5ED, we have the panel, of course, and the Firelight ANN80 annunciator, and the Simplex key switch. For pull stations, I have this oldie. This is an old Cerberus Pyrotronics pull. I think the model is MS151. This was the predecessor of Cerberus Pyrotronics' more famous pull, and that's this one. You can kind of see they look similar. This was just their prototype, I guess, when they were making a pull station. I like these, and I'll show the differences between the two a little later on. And we have a Simplex 2099-9796. It's a dual action pull station. It's got the little lift hammer. It's not a break glass model. It's just the lift hammer model, I guess. I've always liked these. They're pretty neat. And this one was addressable, but I converted it to conventional, so it'll work off the conventional system. For notification appliances, I have the System Sensor non-ADA mass. This is the older non-ADA mass with the thicker fire lettering font, which I like. It has a fixed 15 candela strobe, and I currently have it set on the default tone. I forget what it's called. I don't know if I don't remember, but it's the default tone on continuous. And then beside of it, we have a Simplex True Alert horn, which is also on continuous because that's the only coding it can do by itself. For smoke detectors, I have the ESL weird looking photoelectric one. So there you go. And then I have the Simplex photoelectric True Alarm. So I kind of have a Simplex theme going on the right side of the demo board, and I guess you can count the key switch as well. By the way, both of these horns are being coded by the panel, and the coding is set to March time, so I I think that's all that's going on. That's about everything to show. So we will start with the addressable system by pulling the LNG1W. And here we go. And both of the strobes continue to flash when silenced. Let's see, pull station's activated. Here's the inside. Unfortunately, the label was a little bit scratched when I got it, even though this was brand new when I got it, which is a little strange, but yep. We'll reset this system now. And if I can find my notifier key, there we go. That's all reset. And we'll reset the panel. So while this fully resets and initializes, we'll activate this system with this pull station. So here we go. Now we are silenced, and you can see with this pull it was kind of neat. The whole face slid down and this little alarm indication came up. Now compare that to this pull station. You'd have to either push this piece in or just pull down if it was a single action model. So you can see that's how they differ. And we'll reset everything to get my hex key. And how you reset it is there's a little insert here, an arrow, if you can kind of see it, and you stick your hex key in and just turn, and that's it. So it's pretty neat. It's a lot nicer than the newer ones where you'd have to use your hex key and unscrew this, and then it'll open like a door and you have to screw it back. So I don't know why they got rid of that neat resetting option, because it was pretty simple and easy to do. By the way, forgot to mention this earlier, I don't have the Masses trim plate on it because actually I forgot when I was installing it, so it's just kind of hanging out in here. So press reset and get everything back to normal. Let's activate some smoke detectors. So we'll do the 2400 with my smoke saber. And we'll keep the system in silence while the 2400 airs out, and we'll activate the true alarm. I'll do the magnet test option. You put a magnet up to it. It's almost like a test button. There we go. And we'll re-alarm the system with the ESL with, again, my smoke saber. This one kind of takes a little more to activate sometimes. Looks like we'll have to spray a little bit more. Well, this is weird. I don't know why I can't get it to act. Why are you going off? Oh, wow. I sprayed so much that the addressable smoke activated. And we'll silence that, and it's kind of getting hazy in here. I'll try it one last time. I really don't know why the smoke detector is not going off. Finally! Ugh, it reeks of smoke saber in here now. I think this might be a first. Every single smoke detector on this demo board is activated at the same time. So that's kind of neat, I guess. I'm hoping all these are aired out by now, so let's reset the systems. And I'll do it with the annunciator, just because it's easy. I'm going to do something a little bit different. You might even call it crazy. As much as I like March Time, we're going to be changing the coding on those horns. So we'll go to Programming, to NAC 1, you can see Coding, and we'll do Steady. And for those that don't know what Steady is, well, you're about to find out. And here we go. Wow, that's loud. And we'll reset the T-bar. Again, I really like the dual action hammer thing. And we'll reset again. We'll do it from the panel. I feel like I've been resetting from the annunciator a lot. So I'm going to change the coding back to March Time, and we'll finish out the test. The last thing we'll do is link both of the systems together with this switch. When I flip that, both the panels are connected, so if one goes off, the other one will go off. So now all of the notification appliances will sound at the same time. So here we go. I've always liked high-low, and I've been having to cover up the True Alert because it might be hard to hear the mass. So we'll reset BG12LX, reset this system, and quickly reset this one. I don't know why I put the key up. Well, that'll do it for System Test 13 with board number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. Let me know what you thought of all of the devices shown in this system, and which one your favorite was. So that's it. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.